But mother knows best.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm.
I think sometimes for certain people you got to see it before you go through it when it comes to kids, and then you kind of understand it a bit more instead of just jumping into the pond. When you see it and then you kind of experience it yourself, you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna wait because this is a life altering experience. So it's not like you're just gonna jump up and have a kid. Sometimes we really don't know what we're doing. A lot of times we really don't know what we're doing, especially when it comes to kids, because what you about to do or what you're doing is going to change your life, the lady life in your life, and plus your son or your daughter. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely have to realize what you're doing.
I have a question. And once again, I throw questions out there. In the event that you have sex, let's say I'm 16 and I have this sex, what does that do to my self-esteem? Say, for instance, I had sex with a 50-year-old woman with gonorrhea.
Oh my God, are you talking about just guys
No,
at
I'm
this
just
point?
saying if I just had an incident where I had a sex with a
Okay,
lady
okay, I'm
50
sorry.
and she gave me some incurable gonorrhea. Now, what does that do to my self-esteem?
It
See, we're
hurts
not.
you, you know. Kind of, you know what I'm saying? Shoot you down a little something. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna have me burning hot. I mean, not. Oh, come
Well,
on.
I tell you what it will do. You will become an activist. You know, because that's what we do. We want to learn afterwards. You understand what I'm saying? I want to know now. You know,
Right.
like you know, somebody said a long time ago. Hell, I don't need Magic Johnson to tell me nothing. I want to get my education from Earl the Pearl.
You
You know
sound
what I'm
like
saying?
you're an activist.
You know what I'm saying?
He already trying to get it in. You know
The
what I
whole
mean?
thing, man. You let these, you know, you educate yourself. That's all I say. Education is key. Education is the key to a lot of doors, man. You know, it's gonna open some doors, it's gonna lock some doors. You know, and that's what it's all about. If you run around here, man, just doing anything you want to do, man, it's gonna catch up to you sooner or later. You know, whether you're young or old. You know,
Always be safe.
we can talk about, you know, age ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
Mm.
Education is education. You know what I'm saying? You can learn young or you can learn old. Mom always told me you don't get to be old being no fool. You know, that's
Mm.
real talk.
Sometimes, you know,
Some old
old
fools.
fools once young fools too.
Well, if it
Yeah.
was, I tell you what, if
Long
they,
Well, hopefully they pass down the
I tell
knowledge
you
to
what,
those
if they
young
old
kids
and they're
Foolish.
fool,
that
they
could
became a
possibly,
fool when they got
you
old.
know what I mean,
Before
make
after
those
they got
mistakes.
old, trust me on that one.
I tell you what, I think that we brought it up last week, the Band-Aid for the soul. Because think about it. Grown people need to stop playing so much. When you first had sex, you even had this clarity about what you want. I want her to have long hair. I don't want her breath to stink. You know, when you're young, ooh, I smelled the breath. That's a disqualification. Look at her feet. Her hands was ashy. You know, we petty. And, all right. And then it got to after you got about some partners under your belt. Oh, you were good to go. You looking at, big draws. You looking at anything, man. You trying to get it in. So does that do something to the esteem? Because we generally overlook the male self-esteem. And I think that if you don't look at that self-esteem when bigger issues and crises start happening, we're not holding them accountable because we haven't considered they are moving in an area possibly that sex does hurt your esteem. Because remember, at first it was, oh, she just got to have this. She can't be musty. She can't smell like a shortstop hamburger. You know what I mean? She got to do this. And then after a while, you was like, I'm not even into faces. I'm into Botox.
So basically, what you're saying is, sex kind of clouds your judgment.
It can change the way you look at life
Well,
and yourself, possibly.
what I say to that is, when I was a child, I thought as a child, and I played with childish things. When I got older, I put away childish things. And what I mean by that is, here you go, you have, like you said, these standards, quote unquote. Oh, she got to have a fat ass, she got to have a big chest, or she got to be pretty, long hair. You know, after a
God
while,
is
you
good.
realize. After a while, you realize though. But after a while, you realize that it's not all about that. You want somebody with, of substance. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who after the all that good sex and then all that is done, somebody who can stimulate your soul, somebody who can stimulate your mind. You know, you've already been stimulated physically.
Mm.
That's
but now I need
big.
that mental stimulation. You know, if you don't have
That
that,
was very good.
that
He
that
gets a
that
round of applause.
that physical stimulation is gonna wear out sooner or later, and then you're gonna be seeking
Where we
another
go from
long
here?
hair, another pretty face, another fat ass, and so forth and so on, and it continues on. It's a cycle.
That goes into the next topic.
Yeah, I
No,
tell you
I'm
what.
saying that was really
Wow, wow. I tell you what. We actually got about 1 minute left, but I will say this: it does spiral somewhere. I believe sex has more of an effect than not. Say, for instance, you got a person who's never had sex before, and the way they even see the world is a little different. After you done knocked a whole bunch of things down, I think you take a lot more risk. You know, eventually the condom comes off, and then we get into this blast. Hey, baby, it ain't nothing but a little skin. It's it's just like my arm. You know, I mean, the manipulation comes. You skipping school, a little weed go in it. You at first you were just around people who smoked it, and now you just
Smoking it.
now you didn't put that thing to your mouth. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to a commercial break. You understand me? It's the People's Champion, and I'm gonna tell y'all something out there, women. I'm being harassed as right now as we speak. There's women at the door. They're looking at my shoulders. They're doing a lot of things. Let me tell you something. Y'all drink your milk, and I know you're tired of making mistakes, messing with Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm talking about? For real, man. For real, man.